Ladies and gents, welcome back to Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews. A couple of days ago I made a post about Huawei getting the continuous SpO2 measurement. Well, it looks like I've maybe slightly misled you. It's not all of the Huawei smartwatch range, it seems to be just the Huawei Watch Fit. But actually, since we are talking about budget smartwatches, this could be a great fit because the Watch Fit is on huge discounts now. I'm not sure why. It could be because of the global pandemic, but the fact is, when it came out in December 2020, it was actually sold for $100 or £100. You can actually pick it up on Amazon now for as low as $80 or £80. So super budget, super smartwatch, and it has continuous SpO2 measurement. So in tonight's review, comparison and test, we're actually going to be looking at the Watch Fit and what it measured in regards to continuous SpO2 over Saturday night. So I'm going to be comparing it against the Garmin Venu SQ as well as my medical grade continuous SpO2 pulse oximeter. Let's get into it. If you are new to Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way. I'm really excited about this change because if you think about it, continuous SpO2, with SpO2 that's measured on demand or spot readings, well, it's just inefficient, it's impractical, and it's much more of a gimmick, right? You'll have to tap on your SpO2 measurement all the time to get a trend or to get some analysis of your actual SpO2. So as we get into this comparison and test, I'm going to do a short recap of every product that I will be comparing to and testing versus the Huawei Watch Fit. So let's kick off with the Fit. So a quick recap of the Huawei Watch Fit. So as I've earlier said, it was actually released in December 2020. It brings a huge 1.64-inch AMOLED screen. It's squarish shape, more rectangular. It's got 2.5D curved glass. So the curvature is actually very slight, but it is 2.5D Gorilla Glass, so it will protect you from those scrapes, scratches, and so forth. It's got a very rich feature list. It's got 12 fitness courses with animated gestures. It's got 96 sport modes all up, as well as a dedicated running app. So now you've got a full suite. It measures your sleep stages, so your deep, your light, and REM sleep. It's actually giving you a sleep score, sleep advice. You get stress monitoring, and it's continuous stress monitoring as well. So then you've got your breathing app, and of course now SpO2, which is continuous. So let's have a look at the results that the Watch Fit gave us over Saturday night. Okay, so that was a late night, and we can see that I went to sleep somewhere around 4:30 a.m. But nonetheless, the average resting SpO2 was measured at 95%. That is quite high, right? We know that as long as the result is over 90%, that's generally good. So the lowest point was measured at 91%, while the highest at 98%. So the average is 95%. Now, we talked about the frequency of measurements because we had a lot of questions coming through under the community post when I just put it in, as well as under the video that I posted as soon as I got the actual update to my Watch Fit. So the frequency of the SpO2 measurements is every 10 minutes. So now let's talk about Garmin Venu SQ. So we actually put this multi-sport and very expensive watch, which is more than double the price of the Huawei Watch Fit, just to show how accurate Huawei Watch Fit measures your SpO2 or your blood oxygen saturation. So here is the Garmin Venu SQ. Let me do a short recap of what this watch is all about, and then I'll show you the stats that came through on the Garmin, and then we'll follow it up with the actual medical grade continuous SpO2 pulse oximeter. Okay, so in regards to the Venu SQ, it's technically a cut down version of an existing model, the Garmin Venu. There were some cut corners to reduce the price and keep the original Venu as the flagship of the two models. Nonetheless, the SQ still has a lot of features to show off. Something like a 1.3-inch LCD panel display. It's quite light for a multi-sport watch. It weighs just 39 grams. Dimensions are quite square at 37 by 40 by 11 millimeters. There's an optical heart rate sensor for continuous heart rate monitoring with pulse ox aka SpO2 or blood oxygen saturation tracking on the back. Now here this is quite a good machine because you can choose whether you want the measurements to be taken during the whole day or at night. So with the Huawei Watch Fit we can only do the tracking during rest hours or during sleep. The Venu SQ also has dual GPS with GLONASS and Galileo options for workout tracking. There's also quite advanced features such as the body battery. So this is smart tech that tracks the exercise you perform during the day, looks at your heart rate measurements, SpO2 and prior night sleep data to give you a score that represents how much charge you have for the new day ahead. You also get Garmin Pay, so you can basically do your NFC or contactless payments. So if we look at the 27th of February or Saturday, we can see that the Garmin Venu SQ actually tracked and gave us an average SpO2 for the night, or from 4:30 AM till about 11:30 AM while I slept, 92%. So if you remember on the Watch Fit we had 95%. So let's have a look at the pulse oximeter, the medical grade pulse oximeter, which will give us a certified version of the SpO2 reading for that night. So for that we'll be using the Welu or the Viatom SpO2 ring. Let me tell you about it just a little bit before we get into the test and comparison. So the O2 ring is a medical grade continuous ring oxygen monitor. But not only does it show you the spot and continuous pulse rate and SpO2 metrics on the OLED touchscreen, it also alerts you via vibrations that are adjustable in strength if it records low oxygen level or abnormal heart rate while you're at rest or while you're wearing it. The great thing about this O2 ring is that there's a free app that comes along with it, and as soon as you put the ring on your finger, basically it syncs up to your app, and it doesn't matter if you're using the app on the iOS or an Android device, no difference whatsoever. And it's great for trend analysis. Every record is being synced and being kept in memory on the app. And if we look at the chart from the SpO2 ring, we can see that the average recorded was 94%. So we've got Garmin Venu SQ, which came up with 92%. We have the Huawei Watch Fit, which came up with 95%, and here this is the true version. This is a medical grade pulse oximeter which shows you 94% over the hours slept from 4:30 AM till 11:30 AM. The verdict or the summary of this particular video, the test, the comparison, is that the Huawei Watch Fit offers a lot of value. It's got dual GPS, it's got continuous stress testing, it's got continuous SpO2 measurement, it's got 3 sleep stages, it's got inbuilt storage for your music downloads. Really, all of that for sub $100. That's a great deal. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this review, test and comparison, drop us a like, and if you want to see more of the same, then please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button below the video, and I'll see you in the next one.